Chapter 250. At this time, Alex quickly asked out of curiosity, "What do you mean?" Faria replied in a serious manner, "Mr. Anderson, you look like a very simple and casual person, but you're actually very skillful and capable. However, despite being very capable, you're not arrogant at all. After getting to know you better, I realize that you won't try to show off your skills or abilities, but if anyone touches your limit or challenges you, you won't hesitate to show them what you are capable of. Moreover, the methods that you use to counterattack or defend yourself is usually very unpredictable and quite unlike how an ordinary person would react." After that, Faria continued speaking, "Most importantly, I really don't understand why you'd choose to become a stay-home son-in-law of the Richard family when you're actually so capable and talented. The Richard family is just a regular and second or probably third-rate family. I think you can definitely do much better because you have so much potential in you. Don't you feel that way at all?" Alex did not answer her question, but he asked her another question instead. "Then, where do you think I belong if not in the Richard family?" Faria replied seriously, "I think that someone like you should be married to a prestigious top-notch family. I believe that many powerful and wealthy families would be dying to marry their daughters to you because you are so skillful and capable." At this time, Alex smiled before he replied, "What's the point in that? If someone were to get married because of the family's interest, then there would be no element of love in the relationship at all. Why would someone in a powerful and wealthy family be willing to marry a person she has no feelings or affection for? Moreover, if the guy marries into her family, wouldn't he be living under the control and command of her family for the rest of his life?" Faria replied naturally, "Of course. This has always been the way it is in all the powerful and wealthy families. They're always particularly strict with their daughters. For instance, the children of powerful and wealthy families would always be required to attend the top aristocratic school in the city to have excellent knowledge and good social etiquette. Our families have also strictly forbidden us from contacting any members of the opposite sex, and we're not allowed to fall in love with someone else on our own." "What?" Alex asked in surprise. "We're in the 21st century now. Why does it seem as though the wealthy and powerful families are more feudal compared to those people in the past?" "This is not feudalism," Faria replied in a serious manner. "This is the survival rule for upper-class families." "The law of survival?" Alex asked. "What do you mean by that?" At this time, Faria quickly explained, "We need to have joint partnerships and collaborations, and we also exchange resources with other prestigious families. Therefore, there is only one rule in the Adair family, that is, all direct members of the Adair family have to obey the marriage arrangements that the elders in the Adair family decides on. There's no room for any discussion on this matter." In the past, the Adair family had even set a rule that the members of the Adair family would have to intermarry within the family, with all marriages arranged between the cousins. Therefore, it is normal for one cousin to marry another to prevent wealth dilution or money from leaving the family. However, since there's now a prohibition on marriages between relatives within 3 generations in this country, this rule has already been cast aside. However, there are some of my blood relatives who still marry our own cousins abroad. Our family rule has already been greatly relaxed and we're no longer required to marry our own cousins. However, we're still required to marry someone from a similarly wealthy and powerful family. Even though the other party's family cannot be more powerful than our own, their status should not be much lower than our own." After that, Faria sighed as she continued speaking. "Our family believes in the value of cooperation and they'll always find ways so the men from other families would marry into our family and similarly, the woman from other families would have to marry into our family. All members of the Adair family would have to focus on the interest of the Adair family as a whole and were not allowed to disobey any marriage arrangements made by the elders in the family." Alex sighed when he heard Faria's explanation. After that, he said, "It seems as though there are also many troubles that you face as a member of a powerful and wealthy family. It seems as though the more money a person has, the greedier they become. Alex knew that he would also be placed in a similar position if he were to return to the Anderson family now. The Anderson family would definitely try to exert control over his life, and they might even look down on the Richard family. If things got complicated, Alex believed that the Anderson family would also attempt to force him to divorce Emma just so they could get him to marry another woman from a similarly wealthy and powerful family instead. It seemed as though he really should not return to the Anderson family. As he thought about this matter to himself, Alex suddenly asked, "By the way, Faria, I think you're also at the age where you should be getting married. Has your family already arranged for your marriage yet?" Faria shook her head before she replied, "Well, the elders were initially making the necessary marriage arrangement for my cousin Lucas. His marriage was decided on a long time ago, and my grandfather has arranged for him to marry the daughter of a very wealthy and powerful family in the northern region. However, when Grandpa was about to arrange my marriage, he fell seriously ill and they decided to postpone this plan instead. Since my grandpa is already recovering, I believe he'll start planning my marriage soon."